Hi guys, Debbie DuBois here. We are going to do the weekend Oracle Outlook. I've decided that, I want to kind of modify the name of this Outlook reading in that it is really a healing Oracle. So we're going to really talk about this from a healing Oracle standpoint. It is an Outlook, but it is also a focus. It's a healing focus. And one of the things that I've really started to see on this path here that I am very well versed and experienced in dealing with a lot of consciously clearing patterns of imperfection. I think all of us know that on this path we do quite a bit of healing. A lot of times the healing doesn't seem to be something we have anything to control. It's like these triggers show up. They take over, they, stay for as long as they want to stay, and we sit there and deal. Through my process, what I learned is how important it was for me to have my, equilibrium and my center. And because of that, I started to become consciously focusing on my clearing. So that's one of the things that I feel that I bring here to the Twin Flame community and to the Lightworker community in general on the ascension process, is that in order to move forward, we need to spend some time really focusing on healing. And the more we do it consciously, the more quickly the process unfolds, the stronger we feel during this process. The workshop we're doing Sunday for Twin Flames, and if you haven't signed up yet, you may want to, there is a link here that you may want to go and sign up. It's a really inexpensive workshop that we've pulled together. There's 5 of us, Marla Kelly from Twinstrology, Angie and Rob from TwinFinity, me of course, True Sacred Union, and Kelly McKinstry with Encompass Yourself. And we've decided to do a collaboration. And the reason why I bring that up is that one of the topics that we're addressing, and it happens to be my talk, is I'm going to talk about healing. I'm going to talk about energetic healing, mental energy and physical energy, and how you can work with those energies and do the work. So if you've had questions as to how you do the work, this is one aspect of the work that I'll be addressing there. In this reading, I pull a bunch of different cards from Oracle decks. This particular one is Shamanic Healing, Oracle cards from Michelle Mutazas, I guess. Mutazas, I'm not exactly sure how to say her name. And the first thing we do is we go ahead and we look at what is a focus of healing that we want to work on this weekend. And this weekend's reading, it's for Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th. So what are we going to look on? So, all right. So I just typically say whichever card comes up first is the focus of this. Okay, and one just flipped. All right, interesting. I actually pulled this card earlier. I do readings for myself daily, and this is the second time it's made its appearance. It's the home card. All right, that's 44. And so what we're going to do in this weekend is it looks like the home and things having to do with the home are going to be the focus in our healing. Now, I like to actually go into the book and see what information pops out at me for this particular reading. I like to go into this Shamanic Healing deck. This is a 44. Gosh, is this like the last card in the deck? And it is. Interesting. All right. This card represents a homecoming of the soul, of finding your tribe, of coming home. The situation you're inquiring about has the potential to be a homecoming, a safe and secure place that both nourishes you and facilitates your growth, whether it be a school, a relationship, a job, or truly a home. Go for it. All paths lead home. Home doesn't have to be where you grew up. Family doesn't mean the people of your birth family. Look at an expanded meaning. Family are people who share the same core value and path. Home can mean a place you have yet to visit or experience, but once there, it feeds your soul in a way that gives you no doubt that you're home. Alternately, find your safe space, your safe place. This is where the answers you seek will be found. Well, interestingly enough, I cannot help equate that which I just read with the fact that we are having a workshop this weekend, because the reason why, I will tell you that these people for me right now, because we're all at a very similar resonance, even though we deal with different topics and different, we have completely different twin flame experiences, different, different places in the country where we are, everything else. The people that I'm doing this workshop with are my soul tribe. And we have a large number of people coming, and a lot of those, it feels like a soul homecoming. So in other words, and I felt that way when we went to Banff as well. And I feel that way, like I was just telling Marla, I was talking to Marla Kelly, I don't know, I guess it was 2 nights ago. And I was telling her that I felt like it had been a long time since I was there, but I said, I really want to come up and see you, because like when we're in each other's energy space, there's a home resonance to it. So maybe some of the healing that's going to take place is how do you find your soul family? Maybe you will spend time with your soul family. Maybe you will make decisions that your home family is not who you really resonate with, and you want to find other soul family. This whole reading and this energy healing that we're going to focus on for the weekend is going to revolve around our soul tribe. So let's look at, I'm going to pull the purpose card first. All right, this is a deck. Let me see here. This is Doreen Virtue. This is a life purpose oracle card deck. And we are going to look at, so what is the purpose? Interesting, a 44, which is an 8, which is abundance, right? 4 is a master number. That's what this number is right here. It's a 4. So we're looking at a master number. It's angelic energy. We're going to go, that's the question. What is the purpose for this weekend? And how does this relate to home or our soul tribe or finding our core resonance? What is it that resonates with us? And what is the purpose in all of this? I did quite a bit of shuffling before we started, but I just like to go with that, that feeling of when it's, there you go, that felt right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut these cards. And we're going to find out what is the purpose for the work that we're doing this weekend as it revolves around home, feeling at home, being with our soul family, looking for our soul family. Let's see what the purpose is. Oh, okay, that one just, there's 2 that jumped right out. Interesting. Family. Oh, hang on, this card. Hang on a second. For some reason, my camera, let me move these cards. Maybe it needed to, interesting. Let me go closer. I'm going to go close. I've got autofocus on. Oh, this is interesting. This is such a good reading. I'm not going to stop just because I'm having problems. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause it. Isn't that interesting? It just absolutely wanted to be blurry. But this, I am not stopping this reading. I don't care if it gets blurry. We have family, all right? Interesting. Family comes up. Loving your friends and family is central to your life's purpose. So being part of your family, and guess what this is? It's love and light. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So what we're looking at this weekend is we're looking at being with our soul tribe, being with our soul family, allowing our love and light to flow through us, and to heal anything that is not harmonious within the family. And this family could be your immediate family. This could be soul family, because even soul family that resonate with each other have things to work out. So interesting. This is the purpose then. And I'm going to go ahead and just put these two cards in like this so we can at least see the names. All right, so that's the purpose. Now, what do we need to surrender? I'm going to put this deck of cards back here. What do we need to surrender in order to experience that kind of love and light with our soul tribe, or to work through problems? What do we need to work with in order to make this happen, to find that space of resonance with those who we are in like vibration with? Let's find out what the cards have to say about this. I just think that's really wild. You know, I do this reading every day for myself, and I can't believe that, oops, I've got this card backwards. Yeah, great. Fell down and I put it backwards. I cannot believe that the home card is the same card that I drew earlier. And, you know, I look at these readings, as I do this reading with you, this is a reading for me as well. So you'll find me actually talking about how this impacts my path. I'm giving you an idea. It's just a sample. It's an example of how this stuff can be applied. Because I take this stuff very seriously in terms of, you know, how this is going to affect my weekend as well. I just like to share it with you guys because I've had a lot of positive feedback that this is, you know, it's helpful for the many. And I've always, well, in fact, at one of the things in my chart, in my astrological chart, is the fact that I really am here for the many rather than the few. So things that come to me are more likely, like some people work one-on-one with people, and I'm more likely, I can work one-on-one, but I'm more likely to work with a group because the information that I get is for a collective. Anyway, so let's go ahead and find out what we need to let go of, what we need to surrender in order to have the best possible outcome in this healing experience with our tribe members or our family members or people that are extremely important to us. Let's see. What do we got here? There we go. Interesting. All right. So the card that jumped out, it's funny, I just see the word jump is actually on this card. This is surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So what is it that you're procrastinating when it comes to your soul tribe? Well, I know one way I could take this is those of you who have not signed up for our workshop and you've been wanting to, don't procrastinate any longer because your soul family is waiting for you. Isn't that funny? Now, the time is to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. It is so understandable when we have so much going on in our lives. It is so understandable that we put off our family and we put off our soul tribe more than anything else, because what we're busy doing so much of the time is clearing, so much of the time wrestling with 3D stuff, when we're dealing with so many patterns that we're trying to clear. And of course we've got all the astrological influences and the energies are ramped up, and we got Venus retro before, and then we had Mercury retro. And with all of that, isn't it interesting though, procrastination, we can procrastinate until, you know, Christmas is coming, and we may have Christmas come and go. And that's for those of you that are here in the States. You know, we can have Christmas come and go, and hello, goodbye, and we never spent any time with our family or our soul tribe. We have to remember that the family is extremely important to the situation, and like this card says about home, is that that doesn't necessarily mean your biological family, but sometimes we need to make time for our friends. We call our sisters and our brothers of the light. It makes me feel good because I know that this weekend I am planning on seeing one of my best friends, and we're gonna go have some dinner, and my daughter's working at a restaurant, and we're gonna go hang out with her. And I haven't seen my daughter because she's getting back from college. So, you know, this is one of those things. I'm taking the time. I'm making the time. Even though I have the workshop on Sunday, I'm still making the time to spend that time with my soul family. All right, so let's see. So what do we need to surrender? We need to surrender procrastination. Just get on it. Spend some time doing whatever it is. All right. I've added a new card, and I think I'm going to pull it. I've added, this is the Wizard of Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards from Colette Baron Reed. And this is what is going to influence your weekend. I really like these cards. You might have to bear with me. I haven't worked with them a lot, so I may even sneak a peek at the book. But I like the simplicity of the cards. I like the I don't know, the look of Merlin and Avalon and Camelot and all of that stuff. We're going to find out what is going to influence this weekend as it relates to our soul tribe or gatherings with our family, friends, loved ones. Let's give it one more shuffle. Yeah, I really like the feel of these cards too. So I might be working with these cards again in another reading. I like to throw in a couple of interesting decks here and there. All right, let's go ahead and see what the influence is, and I'll see what information comes to me. You can see that my flowers over here are like shaking. Oh, it's funny. Little things. All right, let's see. Okay, well, the card did jump and it fell down on the floor. So let's find out what it is. The King. Wow. All right, so we got the King. Let's find out what the King means. All right, let's first of all, I'm going to take a look at this card. This is the King. This is authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to law, and justice. Oh, interesting. Well, that goes right along with some geopolitical stuff that's going on in terms of divine justice is about ready to be served up in a lot of ways. I'll just tip my hat in that regard. Very excited about some of that stuff. And when that happens, we're going to see a lot more unity. All right. I don't know how many of you guys, you know, those of you in Europe, you kind of know what's going on in terms of rioting and things of that nature. We're getting ready to say enough is enough. We want to reclaim back our power. How does that pertain to our soul tribe? How does things coming into alignment with justice and things of that nature and authority is that those of us that are here working on these patterns of imperfection, we are the ones that are actually bringing this about because we are balancing our energies. We are bringing in the, I want to say, awakening masculine energies within our own bodies for those of us that are feminine, female, whatever you want to say. But each of us, we're going into more of a balance. But the masculine energy that we have within each of us is becoming more prominent in that we now are able to have more boundaries. And but it's also interesting because the King is also action and creation, creating and manifesting into the physical reality. And we pair that with surrender procrastination. It says, hey, you know, be a leader. Pull your soul tribe together. Work on this. Work on bringing together your family of light. Okay? Bring them together. Fill that realm, if you will, with love and light. Bring the resonance of love and light to situations. All right, so there's the king. All right, let's look at how all of this has to do with, and you know, I want to talk just a minute about discordant energies and healing. All right, healing is probably one of the most important aspects of what's taking place in our bodies and why we came. Because what we're doing is we're really releasing and letting go of things that don't resonate with us, that feel counterproductive to our bodies, to our minds, to our spirits, releasing all of that. And the outcome, and probably why this is the 44th card of the shamanic healing deck, is 44, is that's home, is that's where you end up when you let go of all this stuff. So really, we're talking, this is a focus on doing all those things to bring you closer to your ascension energies. Right. This is going to be a look at what this does for our abundance with our soul tribe, all right? With our soul tribe, with our family, with our compadres, those people that we resonate with. How does this affect our, let me see here. Oh, there's the one right there. I can always feel when the card is like destined to just pop right out. Do the work. No way. Do the work. All right, let me see if I can get this to be clear. There. Do the work. Isn't that what we were just talking about? Clearing. Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently work on your priorities. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So guess what? Stop procrastinating. Get busy healing. You can actively heal. That is exactly what I worked on my topic for Sunday. It's exactly what I'm working on. Taking these patterns and literally focusing on them. And it's the reason why I'm doing these readings and sharing them on YouTube, because I get the question all the time from twins. How do I do the work? I want to get past this. This is a nightmare. Most people are like, this is a nightmare. How do I get past this? But a lot of people don't know what doing the work means. All right? Doing the work is clearing discordant energy. Right? And there's a lot of ways that we can do that. Let me see here. All right, so that is this right here is our abundance card. So basically, doing the work leads us home. An abundance of home, an abundance of tribe connection, an abundance of those who resonate with you, who you feel at home with, who when you're in each other's energy, you feel enhanced, you feel more yourself. And this is the collaboration. This is the big word that I feel so compelled to talk about, is collaboration. When you do the work and you get to that place, you're going to collaborate with other people. You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be doing the stuff that you love to do all by your lonesome. You're going to be working with other people who have come in to do that work as well. All right, let's look at how is this all going to affect our love life. All right, soul tribe, not putting off the work, not putting off spending time with family, not putting off time, well, even just having the conversations that need to be had in order to come to peace, taking the leadership role with the king. So, yeah, and I like to think of it as being the peacemaker. Being the peacemaker. Justice. Be the peacemaker. Figure out how to bring peace to the situation. Your purpose here is to bring divine healing and light and love to this world, right? So do that work. All right, let's take a look at one more shuffle. One more shuffle. We're going to go ahead and look at how is this all going to impact this weekend on our union. And we're going to do that. And we're going to shuffle one card only. One card only. Let's find out what Doreen Virtue's Romance Angel deck has to tell us about our soul tribe and our union. There we go. Huh. Wow. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Well, that's kind of out of the blue, isn't it? Let's take a look at what that has to do with things. All right. I might need a clarifier on that one. Financial issues are a factor in your love life. You know what? I'm going into the book because nothing is popping out at me. Hang on a second. Finances and career and how this influences us. All right. Okay. All right. Money and love have historically been linked, and this card points to this correlation. The romance angels want to disentangle you from financial or career pressures so that you may enjoy every aspect of your life, including romance. So it's funny, this do your work and your finance and career is kind of like this stuff might be standing in your way right now from creating that soul tribe vibration. All right. While work can be a source of heart-opening satisfaction, it must be balanced with other facets of love, such as playfulness and laughter. You received this card because you'd benefit from an infusion of such lightheartedness. Call upon the angels to elevate your mood, energy, finances, career, and anything else that will bring you peace. All right. So, well, I'll just say that this could be, if I was looking at this for me, I would probably say that, you know, I'm working so hard right now that it's probably very much affecting my union. And I would say that when you're working too hard or you're focusing too much on things, it might not even be working too hard. You might be worried about your finances. You might be worried about money. When you're doing that, your vibration lowers. And when your vibration lowers, then you, guess what? It's the time to do the work. It really is. You know, if this is an issue for you, if financial issues are a factor in your union right now, what you probably want to do is you need to look at doing the work, you know, taking some positive action steps, doing some releasing around some of your fears around finances, and how this would relate to home. The vibration of collaboration is one of abundance. So if you are feeling that there are financial issues for you right now, that might be affecting how you are feeling with your soul tribe, how you are feeling with your family, and how you are feeling with your twin or your secret partner. Can be being a little bit of a dampening. So probably a really good idea is to do some releasing around that and again, surrender the procrastination, because if that is a problem, then you're going to want to deal with this. Deal with this. So, all right. Now, let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead. The last card that I like to pull is an Ascended Master card. I absolutely love this deck. We're going to go ahead and find out what the Ascended Masters have to say about all of this in this weekend. I just think that is so funny. Do the work. That's exactly what I'm beginning to realize this whole reading has done for me over the last 2 months, is there's something about focusing on healing. I'm going to focus on it. I'm going to make it a part of my day. I'm going to set my intentions that I'm going to focus on something that's going to improve my ability to create my own reality in a way that I prefer. And doing the work, is so much of it is releasing, well, identifying really unhelpful patterns and then just tackling them one by one. You don't have to wait to be triggered. That's what I'm going to talk about Sunday. You do not have to wait to be triggered in order for you to actually heal stuff, because you can bring it in. Most of the time we're mentally aware of things that really, really bother us. All right, let's see what Ascended Masters have to say. All right. The last card for the reading. Let's find out. There it goes. 2 cards. Interesting. I love it. Boy, sometimes these cards just flip right out for me. The first card that came to me was Follow Your Heart, St. Francis, who also was Katumi, who I have a very special connection with. So follow your heart is one of the messages. Let me take in both. Your heart is your teacher. Your heart is where all the healing takes place. This is where the work comes into place. You find out, your heart is going to tell you what your preferences are if you listen to your heart and follow your heart. When you follow your heart, you're really saying, this is what I prefer. This is what I prefer to create in my reality. If you are doing anything other than following your heart, if you're following your head and you're not following your heart, then you are literally following patterns of imperfection that are going diametrically opposed to your heart. And it's there to teach you something. Those belief systems are there to teach you something. They act almost as the resistance to following your heart. So the teaching is involved. The teaching that's involved is if you go into your heart and you say, "What does my heart tell me?" then it kind of gives you some leverage against the heart. Against the head, and it tells you, well, I must have a belief system that's working against what's in my heart. That's how you find what you need to work on. It's all a matter of following your heart, every single bit of it. So this is what leads you home. You can't tell your soul tribe from a piece of paper or who's under your roof. Your soul tribe, you know from your heart. Sometimes you don't even need to know them in the 3D person to know that you know them, because their energy signature, like if it's online. I know a lot of you have met sacred partners, twin flames, and things like that online. You knew that energy. You knew the energy of home. Well, you knew it because you were following your heart. And your heart expanded so far that you could not help but recognize the energy of your own heart in another person. So your heart is what's going to lead you home, and it is going to help you find your soul family. But in order to do that, you got to not procrastinate. Don't get yourself so wrapped up and involved in things that don't matter, things that you think you have to do. Put the focus where it needs to be on doing the work. Put the focus on doing the work. Stop procrastinating that work. Identify what it is. In other words, what you do is you become the authority figure. You become your own creator when you do this, when you do the work. And this work teaches you to follow your heart more. If your heart is not in something, or your heart is wrestling, your emotional body is going to be going crazy. You're going to feel sick. Especially in these times with the energies the way they are. If you're not following your heart, you're going to know it. You're going to be in dis-ease. You're going to be uncomfortable. The purpose in all of this is this. To be the love and light that you are with your soul family. You attract your resonance. You attract those people. That is what your heart teaches. That is what following your heart does. This is probably one of the most powerful messages that we have gotten in this reading. When it comes to what we're doing this weekend, we've got to follow our hearts. Our hearts are going to tell us what is not healed. Your head can't tell you. Your head just wants to tell you a bunch of stories. It just wants to tell you, blah, 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 blah. This is why, blah, 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 blah. I know because I've been there. But if you honestly ask yourself when you're in a state that's not what you prefer, if you actually ask yourself and you go into your heart, what is it that I really want to come of this? What do I really know in my heart? That teaches you that you're your own creator. And you're able to identify those things that are standing in your way. So let's just see if there's any other final things. Even about finances and career. Are you following your heart? Are you really? Are you doing what you love to do? If you're not, the chances are you're having some financial issues. Or you're worried that you're going to have financial issues because you're worried that it's going to vanish. Follow your heart. What does your heart tell you? These financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. They're a factor with your sacred partner. Not necessarily your sacred partner, but with you and how you feel about yourself maybe. But it involves, it's involved in your love life. Following your heart can solve that as well. So I'd like to leave it there. Following your heart is the greatest teacher. Ragosi, teacher. Interesting. Well, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I love doing this reading. I'm going to do more of them, continue to do them. I am uploading this so you'll have it Saturday and Sunday of this week. And then I will do another one on Sunday night after the workshop. So yes, it's going to be a very full day for me. And when I upload it, I will make sure I get it posted up to YouTube and Facebook and everything else. I'm Debbie DuBois. You can reach me through True Sacred Union. That's the website. That's the Facebook group. That's my page. I also have a page, Raising Vibrational Frequencies. Next Sunday, I have another radio show coming, The Collective Awakening, and I will be getting information out on that. If you haven't signed up for the workshop and you're interested, that's Sunday. We still have spaces available. We've got a huge group. I am so excited about that. I'm trying to think what else. I guess that's it. I really hope you have an amazing weekend and spend some time with your soul family this weekend. Don't put it off anymore. All right? Have an amazing weekend. Namaste.